Welcome to our tour of the Celebrity Reflection. We're going to start up here all the way at the top, at the front of the ship, at the bow on deck 15, the Solstice deck. The Solstice deck is a quiet area. It's not an adults only, but there are no pools up here. There's no hot tubs, but there's a lot of nice seating places. There's beds. There's cushioned tables with chairs. Of course, there's tons of loungers. A lot of the loungers have umbrellas as well if you want to block out some of the sun. We got a great view from up here as well. You can almost get a 270-degree view as you walk around this. It's a quiet spot if you're looking for a place that you want to get some sun, but you don't want to be running into people everywhere. You'd like a quieter spot. Up here on the Solstice deck is a great spot to be. Now with our Solstice deck complete, we're going to go back down to deck 14. As we arrive out here at the bow or the front of deck 15, we're going to see they've got some more seating here looking out the front of the ship. They have a basketball court. Another nice place to get a quieter spot. In general, the basketball court doesn't get a lot of use, so the seating is a good option if you don't want to go up to the Solstice deck. We'll round the front and we're heading back again. As we head back, we'll arrive back at where we started our tour. This is the stairways up to the Solstice deck. We're going to duck inside here at the elevator lobby, the front elevator lobby up here on deck 15. And as we go inside here, we're going to find a couple things in this area. Over here on the far side, as we walk past, we're going to come up to X, which is the teen club on board. It's closed at the moment that we took this. And then on the other side, as we head back, on the left-hand side, right by the entrance here, is the Shipmates, which is for the younger children on board. We're going to exit out, back up here onto deck 15. Continuing further back on deck 15, heading towards the back of the ship still, and we're going to come up to the jogging track, which wraps around deck 15. Stop here for a second. We'll take a look down onto deck 14. We're going to see the solarium, which is the adults only pool area. But up here on deck 15, just off of where the solarium is down below, they've got more seating, both loungers as well as tables and chairs. As you can see, we haven't even made it down to the main pool deck yet, and there's lots of seating everywhere to be found on this ship. As we wrap around, we're going to come to the mast bar, which is a staple on celebrity ships. This one has an exceptionally large countertop. We've got good views off of the side of the ship as well. You can grab a drink if you want to people watch a little bit, and you can get a view down here on the main pool deck. We're going to turn, and we're going to walk past the mast bar. We're going to go over to the other side. One of the things the Reflection doesn't have is an awful lot of included casual dining options, but one of the options that you have is up here on deck 15, which is the Mast Grill. Mast Grill is open every day for lunch. It's a typical cookout style, so burgers, dogs, French fries, things like that. Once again, it's an included option, open every day for lunch. So if what you're looking for is just a quick bite and you don't want to leave the pool area, it's a great place to stop. You can also see, as we head a little bit further back, they've got a variety of different seating in this area too, with some of them being covered, some of them being in the open. So if you're looking for some shade when you're outside, there's a lot of places on this ship where you can find that. We're going to keep heading back on deck 15 as we head towards the aft of the ship. Moving on, we're at about the midpoint of deck 15. We're going to come up and we're going to find a semi-covered area here. They've got some tables set up for chess checkers. If you're looking for a quiet place to sit down and play a quick game, it's a nice spot. And then continuing on, we come to one of the signature features on these Solstice class of ships, which is the Lawn Club, which is an outdoor area, has real grass on this. We've got areas you can rent, but even without renting these spaces, you can sit out and enjoy the lawn area. They do have a big screen set up there. When they have big events, sports events in particular, they show those there, as well as movies. They'll show movies on this as well. And then over here is the Lawn Club Grill, which is a specialty dining option. This typically runs around $50 per person. However, if you watch, they will run promotions on this. Sometimes you'll get up to 35% off. Also worth noting that all the Solstice class ships are slated to be updated starting in 2026, and the Lawn Club is going to be transformed into a new concept called Sunset Park. They haven't announced everything that they're going to do, but stay tuned here and we'll make sure to update you as we get that information. My guess is they're going to transform it more into what they have the top decks on the new class of Celebrity ships. Currently, it's a nice spot. Again, another quiet place, lots of seating out here. This is also one of the smoking areas on the ship. So if you're a smoker, they have an area. It's not hidden away. It's actually in a nice spot. And then here at the very back is another trademark venue for Celebrity, which is the Sunset Bar. This is at the aft of the ship. It's a wonderful place on a sail out to grab a drink, and you can watch the wake view as you head out. We'll turn and we'll head back forward on deck 15 again. Now on the opposite side of the ship, we'll see that they've got another seating area with chairs and tables. This side is the non-smoking side. Just a nice quiet space to sit out once again and relax, a little bit of sunshine. As we continue back around, we're going to come back up to the Lawn Club, just on the opposite side of the Lawn Club here. As we walk on past the Lawn Club here, over on the left-hand side, we're going to come up to the porch, which is a casual seafood specialty dining option. Starts at about $30 a person out here. If you want a spot, especially if the weather is nicer, where you would like to dine al fresco and have a nice meal, this is a good option. Again, they will put this on promotion from time to time. Generally, you can get up to about 35% off. We're going to take a quick walk here into the aft elevator lobby up on deck 15. We'll walk past the elevators here. And as we walk to the other side on the left, we're going to come to the studio, which if you want to book some professional pictures, this is the area where they're going to be taken. And as we turn here, we can see that this atrium goes from top to bottom of the ship. Lots of glass, very light, very pretty. We're going to head down onto deck 14 now. And we're going to come up to Ocean View Cafe, which is the buffet on board. This buffet has lots of space. It's laid out with multiple stations, so it's really easy to get around. Even when it's busy, it doesn't feel overly crowded. The selection of the food that they have here is really diverse. We think that Celebrity has the best buffets at sea. Exiting back outside on deck 14 and heading towards the bow or the front of the ship, we're going to come to the main pool deck. You'll see here, just like on the other outside spaces here on Reflection, there is plenty of seating and a variety of different types. They've got covered seating, they've got open seating, they've got cushioned loungers, they've got cushioned day beds on here. At the very end of the pool, they have a stage set up where they'll do musical performances, as well as they'll hold competitions here. You'll see as we head forward here, there is a lot of floor space, so when they have activities, there's space for a lot of people to get out there, whether they want to dance or whether they've got a competition going on. As we continue to head forward, we're going to come to the two main pools. We've got two good-sized pools out here on the main pool deck, as well as 4 hot tubs, so they give you a lot of space to spread out and have your own area. And then as we pass by the second pool and the last of the hot tubs, we're going to come up to the pool bar, which is the main place to grab a drink up here on the pool deck. We're going to turn back to our left and continue heading forward. You'll see they've got a towel station there. Celebrity, unlike most of the other cruise lines that you go on, they don't require you to sign out towels. They treat you like an adult, so they're just available to take, and then they've got a station to drop those back off. But continuing forward, we're going to come into the solarium. The solarium is the adults only pool area on board. It is totally enclosed. It is climate controlled, so if it's too hot out, they have it air conditioned. It never gets too hot. If it's cold out, if you're on a cold weather itinerary, they keep it heated, so whatever the weather is, you've got a nice quiet space to come and hang out. They do have a large hot tub on either side, as well as the pool. And then you'll see at the front of the pool here, they've got a nice water effect. So it's also it's a pretty bright, modern, quiet space. Adults only, and it was never really busy while we were here, so we really enjoyed coming here. And very end here, just past the pool, is going to be the Spa Cafe. This is another included food option. In general, they're open around lunch and around breakfast. They have small bites, generally healthier fare. Headed back inside at the front elevator bank here on deck 14. And we're going to walk over onto the far side where we're going to find Sky Lounge. Sky Lounge has a 270-degree view at the very front of the ship at the bow. Got a lot of different seating. It's separated a little bit so you can have your own space. It's a great place for sail out. It's a great place during the day if you're looking for a quiet area of your own. Earlier in the morning up through, lunchtime, it's generally quiet in here. At nighttime and in the afternoon, they do a lot of activities, arts and crafts. They do trivia here. They do musical performances at night. It's got a nice open bar in the middle. And then as we pan around too, over here on the right-hand side, you'll see they have a nice stage set up. Really a lovely spot, another one of our favorite places. Still at the bow of the ship, but dropping down to deck 12. There is no deck 13 on board, as Celebrity doesn't do deck 13, so one level down on deck 12, we're going to enter into the fitness center, which is again at the very front of the ship at the bow. As we head back into the fitness center here, you'll see they have a large selection of aerobic equipment, bicycles, treadmills, steppers. You get a nice view as you do your workout. It's all glass, floor to ceiling. And then as we get past the aerobics, we get onto the weight machines. The size ship that this is, which it holds around 2,500 passengers, give or take. It's a really large open gym. Dropping down to deck 10 at midship, we're gonna come into the library, which is another hidden gem on here. It's 2 stories. It's on the wide open atrium area. Lots of sunlight in here. There's lots of comfortable chairs in here. They do have a selection of books which you're able to take out and read. And again, it's got a gorgeous view looking down in this atrium. Now dropping down to deck 9, still at midship. And we're going to come to Game On, which is the game room on board. This is another space a lot of people don't find. It's a quiet area if you want to play a game with a friend or family. They also have interactive game tables available. We're going to drop down to deck 7, still at midship, to another hidden area on the ship called the Hideaway. The Hideaway, like the library, is 2 stories tall. It's right off of the main atrium, so it's very lit. It's got a whole bunch of different unique seating areas, pods. I don't know what to call the things up top that hang down, spheres. It's a nice quiet area. There is a coffee station available here as well. But we're going to drop on down to deck 6, which is where we're going to find the Celebrity iLounge. They are an authorized Apple dealer, so they do have Apple products in here for sale. They additionally have some stations set up where if you need access to a computer and you didn't bring one, you can. Dropping down to deck 5 aft, we'll find a trio of restaurants starting with Blue, which is exclusively for Aqua Class guests. And at the very aft of the ship is Tuscan Grill, which is a modern take on an Italian steakhouse. So they do have fresh pastas, but they also have everything you'd expect at a steakhouse. Very beautiful. It's on the aft of the ship again, with a beautiful view off of the back. And then as we start to head forward, we'll find Cuisine. They feature an animated chef for Le Petit Chef that actually creates the meal in front of you. We'll turn and we're going to start to head back towards the bow of the ship, the front of the ship again. We'll see as we head up here through this hallway, they've got all kinds of different artwork. We've got easy access off onto the promenade deck. Celebrity always has a hallway somewhere on their ships where they have it decorated. It's unique, always. We'll enter into the Ensemble Lounge, which has a real classic feel to it. Lots of furniture. It's a large space. Does have views out onto the promenade deck. Large, spacious bar. It's really kind of lovely and classy. They have a piano over here as well as a stage. They do musical performances, live music each night. As we continue on up here on the left, we're going to come to Murano, which is the French specialty restaurant on board. There's very continental decor in here. We'll turn back around into the Ensemble Lounge and we'll keep working our way towards the bow or the front of the ship. And we're going to come to Michael's Club on the left. Michael's Club is the exclusive area for suite guests. I'm also a Celebrity Zenith member, so if you make it to the top of the loyalty chain, Michael's Club is also for Zenith members as well. Continuing forward almost to the center of the ship here, and we've got a photo op here, the glass star. Now making it up to the central area of deck 5. And we'll find another easy access out here onto the promenade deck. You're looking for an outdoor area that's a little bit quieter than what you get up on the pool deck. Promenade deck is a nice place to head. They do have some seating set out, so you can bring a cup of coffee out and sit down, or just sit down and relax and look out at the ocean. From the 5th deck, you're nice and close to the water. We're going to turn and head to probably my favorite area of the ship, which is Cafe El Baccio. Cafe El Baccio, it's a table service as well as counter service coffee shop. I think it's the best coffee shop at sea, honestly. In addition to all the coffee beverages you would expect, espressos, cappuccinos, lattes, they always have a selection too that's included. Coffees aren't included in the cost of the fare, but they always keep some sandwiches and pastries in the end cap there. Sometimes even sugar-free, but it's got a really classic vibe. We love it. Heading over to the area across, we'll take a quick look down here because deck 5 does open down onto deck 4 and 3. And we'll reach Sushi on 5, which is another specialty restaurant. On board, they're available for lunch and for dinner here. And nice views out onto the promenade deck and the ocean from in here. We'll turn and we're going to head ourselves back towards the bow or the front of the ship again. More artwork, which you find everywhere down here on the areas of the ship, main areas of the ship, 4 or 5. We can look down here onto deck 4, and this is World Class Bar as we spin around. If you want high-end unique cocktails, World Class Bar is the place to go. Just past World Class Bar, we'll find some shopping in here, everything that you would normally expect. Additionally, as we walk back, they'll have artwork on display. These are all for sale, and they will as well bring these into an auction, which they'll do over the course of the ship at least once or twice, even on a short sailing. Now, almost all the way to the front of the ship, and on the far side there, we'll see the photo area, but we can look down on the entertainment court here on deck 4. They do game shows and things here tonight. You can actually sit on deck 5, especially on the other side here, and look down on what they have going on. Then they do have a stairway that goes directly down there as well, so it's nice and convenient. But right here at the very front of deck 5, we're going to come to the Reflection Theater. Reflection Theater, again, it's got a very classic vibe to it. A lot of browns and reds and everything you'd expect in a classic theater. It actually covers 3 decks, 3, 4, and 5. There's a lot of seating. There's really good sight lines almost everywhere that you sit in here. And they host a variety of different events in here. Exiting and now down on deck 4, we're going to come to the entertainment court, which, as I had mentioned, they do a lot of things here at night. They'll set up and they'll do game shows and things. And then just off of the entertainment court here is Celebrity Central, which is a smaller venue. And in Celebrity Central, they'll host different things throughout the day. Trivias, Sometimes they'll have karaoke's and game shows. They'll do game shows in here as well. Exiting back off into the entertainment court, and we're going to come up to two other things. The first will be up here on the right, which is going to be the conference center. They have a small conference room on here. If you've been on Silhouette, you know that they have a nightclub there, but on this one, it's still a conference room. And then we've got the Future Cruise office, where you can book your next cruise and get onboard credit. And then they have the entertainment court bar, which is very convenient, whether you're going to Celebrity Central or you're just catching an activity right there in the entertainment area. As we head back on the ship, heading towards the aft on deck 4 here, we'll have more shopping. You also have a small dedicated art gallery here. This is another area where if you are on the Silhouette, they've taken out the dedicated art gallery and they've upgraded that to more casino space, which we see over here on the left-hand side. We'll wrap back around to the casino here in a minute, so we're just going to continue towards the aft here on deck 4, which this hallway's 2 decks, as I mentioned before, and you can look up on 5. And as we go past the casino area, we're going to come up onto the Martini Bar. Martini Bar is a signature venue for Celebrity. They do a show here at least once every cruise, and typically every night, where the bartenders put on a show while they make the drinks. It's a great time. We're going to walk across to the other side here, and we're going to come to Cellar Masters. Cellar Masters is a wine restaurant on board. It's got TVs in here for sports. It's got a lot of comfortable seating. They do also have a nice selection of higher end spirits in here, especially scotches. So it's not just a wine bar. They do have table service in here. It's generally fairly quiet. It's also not too far from where the dining room is, so it's a nice place to get a pre-dinner drink without the crowds. All right, and continuing on, we're gonna head into Fortune's Casino, which is probably my second favorite place to come on the ship. One of the unique things about the casinos aboard Celebrity is all of their casinos are smoke-free. They don't have a smoking casino. They have updated all the machines in here for slots. So they've got a great selection of all the latest games, as well as some classic games, and then plenty of table games as well. They've got roulette, they've got blackjack, they've got poker. Towards the far entrance here, we've got the cashier area, and then we've got the host desk. Jumping back to the aft of deck 4, we've got the main dining room. It's got 2 entrances. One side here is for people who have made a reservation. The other side is for any time. It's first come, first serve. We never really had to wait too long. We use that the whole cruise. Now down on deck 3 and heading towards the bow or the front of the ship. We'll pass the elevator bank here, and then we'll come into the main lobby. Here in the main lobby, they've got guest relations on the left. We'll see in the middle here, they've got a staircase which goes up. Also a great photo op, very elegant. They have a stage here set up in between the elevator banks. They do all kinds of shows here, and it'll actually go all the way up 3, 4, and 5. So you can sit on any of those decks and experience what they've got going on. They've got a lot of seating here, and then they've got the Passport Bar right off of the lobby. And then shore excursions. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.